We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Here with Quirk.
Hey guys.
Welcome, Wargamers, to another episode of Traitor's Hate. This is the New Chaos review. We're going to talk about the Maelstom of Gore today.
It's gross.
It is very gross.
Bloody.
It is so gross. If you want to check out the battle report that we filmed that coincides with this review video, then you can click on the link below. That is a battle report in the vault. It's a 1,500 point bat rep between Kharn, mostly, versus orcs. Like, there's more than 120 boys that they're pitted up against. So that's in the link below. If you want to see that, that is in the vault. Or if you want to just discuss with us, participate in the discussion of the review of the Maelstom of Gore core formation that you get as part of the Black Crusade detachment, then stick around in this video. So, lots of fun. The number one mandatory thing that you must bring as part of this core formation is either Kharn the Betrayer,
yes, or
a Chaos Lord with the Mark of Kharn,
which he gets for free.
He does get that mark for free, but if you're going to do that, you might as well bring Kharn the Betrayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. In addition to this, you got to bring 4 to 8 units of Khorne Berserkers.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, and we kind of already went over this a little bit in the first video, but we're just going to reiterate it just because we're focusing on it in this video. It was such a fun thing that we wanted to do that we just did it in this video. So there's a couple special rules that you get that are part of the Maelstom of Gore core formation. They are.
The first one is Blood Crazed. Maelstom of Gore units have the Fleet special rule and add 3 inches to their charge distances. That's huge.
It is huge. And speaking from the game that we just played, and that is in the vault, in the link below, that came into play so many times.
Yep.
Like,
it makes a 10-inch charge a joke.
Yeah, because that becomes a 7-inch charge, rerollable.
Yes.
Because of Fleet. Like, it's just awesome.
It's crazy.
It's really, it makes Berserkers viable.
More than viable, it makes them like deadly and scary.
Scary?
And
Like terrifying?
yes,
And like nightmare-inducing?
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm gonna have nightmares about this.
But okay, so that was an excellent thing that I was looking forward to. In addition to this, there is the Red Rain. That's where you get to, once per battle at the beginning of your movement phase, make your...
You basically treat all the units in this formation as having a extra fight subphase.
Provided they are in combat already.
Yes, provided they're in combat at the beginning of the movement phase, you basically pop this once per game ability.
Yeah.
And it's gross because you get to enjoy a wonderful primary fight subphase in the movement phase, but your opponent doesn't get to attack back.
That's right.
It's gross.
That is gross.
It's so gross.
It's very nice. I actually think there was only one instance where that happened, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine because of everything else that you get. That's part of it. I only brought 4 units of Berserkers, not 8.
Yeah.
Could have, if it was a 2,500 point
I don't think you needed more than 4.
I think 4 was a good. Yeah,
It was a healthy number.
it was definitely healthy. It was definitely the right amount to fight against your 120 boys. So, excellent for 1,500 points, mind you. Right now, in addition to this, we did bring another formation, which is why we only brought 4 units of Khorne Berserkers. Now there was 2 8-man units.
Yep.
And there was 2 5-man units. So that being said, and they were in rhinos as well. So
It was also nice to be able to take Kharn and put him in a rhino with a bunch of Berserkers and have them just running around killing stuff.
that's true.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I stuck him with a squad of 5 Berserkers, just because Kharn he kind of makes up for the fact that there's less. I could have put him in a squad with 8.
He counts as 3 on his own.
Yeah, I think he counts as like 8. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but anyway, he's a lot, and he's awesome.
Yes.
And he was fun to field. So Maelstom of Gore, I think that with the new detachment, I'll be bringing the Maelstom of Gore a lot. Yeah, I think so, because it's either that or Khorne Demonkin.
Yeah. And another thing that's nice about the Maelstom of Gore is that it is part of the whole detachment, so they do still get all the benefits like Path to Glory.
That's right.
Oh, it's dumb.
Yeah, and Path to Glory, which is part of the Black Crusade detachment, and one of the command benefits, you get to roll on Chaos Boon for one of your characters per friendly turn, and you apply the result of the Chaos Boon. You automatically get it, which is pretty sweet. Now, I will say this. In the game, I forgot to do it. I remembered later on, but I'm still learning the formation, so I did forget it in the game. So when you're watching it, when you watch the bat rep in the vault, you'd be like, hey, you're supposed to be Path of Glory, and you're absolutely right, because I did forget it. But
we were a little excited with the Maelstrom of Gore on its own.
yeah,
And
so I was kind of thinking about
seeing
that.
what it could do.
Yeah, whereas the first game, which you can, if you click on, if you see all the thumbnails below for the previous videos that are part of the series, you'll see that the first bat rep that we did, which is also in the vault, we did the main detachment and the main Chaos Warband core formation as our first bat report, our 1500 point bat rep. And that one has a special rule which amplifies the Path of Glory rule, which helped me to remember the Path of Glory rule. So that's why I remembered it in that bat rep, not in this one so much. It was the blood craze and the blood rain and the red rain and all that. That's what I wanted to focus on.
Yeah.
In this one. Enough with the excuses, though.
It's the Maelstrom of Gore is just gross, especially with being able to reliably get a 10-inch charge. Even a 12-inch charge is no longer risky. Because
It's 9 with a reroll, right?
Yeah, it's 9 with a reroll, so you should, in theory, be able to get it. And it's just gross.
If you think about it, if it's 5 or less, it's like an auto. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
It is. There was a point in the game where you measured it out and it was like 7. I'm like, okay, so it's a 4-inch charge with fleet?
Yeah. We got that charge.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty sure on the first roll. Yeah.
I don't think you needed fleet at all, ever.
There was actually a lot of charging in the game, now that I remember. Yeah.
It gets gross.
Maybe like 4 or 5 instances of charging.
Yep.
Was there ever a time when I had to re-roll?
There was a couple times we re-rolled it just for the sake of doing it, but you never needed to.
I never needed to. Okay, so it's because of that 3-inch extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's huge. So obviously that's a big deal. And if you're going to bring Kharn Berserkers, bring them with the Maelstrom of Gore. So even if it's not part of the Black Crusade detachment, if you just want to bring a, like Unbound, and you want to bring these guys, bring them in this formation.
Now, could you ever see yourself doing 8-man or 8 units of them?
The thing with that is, I probably would if I brought them with Land Raiders, because then you have some armor, then you have some firepower, then you have some stuff. It's not just Berserkers, because Berserkers by themselves, although they're attacking a lot and they got a lot of all that's fun, they can't take out armor or anything. So 8 units, even if they're mint units, they're 5-man units, maybe.
Well, the thing is, if you were to take them and bring them in Land Raiders, you could reliably get a first turn charge. Because you've got your 12-inch deployment, your opponent does a 12-inch deployment, so now you're 24 inches apart. You move up your 6 inches, and you disembark 6 inches. Now you're 12 inches, and with the 3-inch extra for a charge, you basically need a 9-inch charge, so you're doing a turn 1 9-inch charge with fleet.
Yeah, that's true. So there's a very good chance for now, your opponent knowing that, though.
Yeah. They're
They're
probably
gonna
deploy back a little bit, but still,
Probably.
they'd have to then sacrifice they'd have to sacrifice at least 4 inches of their deployment to make sure.
That doesn't happen.
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a good deterrent. It's a good, you place your models there and you kind of determine where they deploy and where they move. So that's actually a good thing to think about as well. Yeah, never thought about that.
It's gross.
It's interesting because in the game, this doesn't spoil anything.
No.
But in the game, you decided for me to deploy first.
Yes.
Is that why?
That is exactly why. I wanted to know where you were going, because I needed to know if I could deploy the full distance up, or if I needed to move things around, and how I needed to worry about that. So
Yeah.
that's why I wanted you to deploy first, so that I could try and counter deploy.
Yeah, okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah, because I'm like, I will gladly take first turn. But that being said, after he gave me first turn, I was thinking like, I want to move up, but I can't charge out of Rhino, so how do I... Oh, man. So there was a whole... And you'll see it in the bat rep. You'll see the tactics that were forced out of me.
Yeah.
That it...
I'm amazed they worked, but wow, did they work.
Yeah, like it worked. It's kind of like an accidental thing, and so it came out for the better. So they didn't completely die, but either way, again, not going to give away what happened, but still, it was a good challenge for sure. So,
if you're considering using the Maelstrom of Gore as like a regular thing, I would definitely recommend watching the Vault video, because Dave uses some unethical tactics to.
You think they were unethical?
I think it was a little dirty. I don't think it was very. Kharn would not.
I don't.
Be,
No,
Kharn
no, no, no,
would
no.
not be proud.
I
of
actually
those
think
tactics.
Kharn would be very proud. Yeah, because in the end, many an assault ensued.
That's true.
Right?
That is true.
So
I'll give you that one.
It's it was. It was actually. I'm very glad that you did that because I never would have thought to do that. So thank you, Quirk. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm here
Yes.
for you.
I know you are. Okay, so that's the Maelstom of Gore. So please do leave your comments. Let us know what you guys think of the formation itself, what you would bring it with. Love to know your suggestions and your thoughts. We do look at the comments, and so we'll be playing more games with the formation. So suggesting things that maybe I wouldn't have thought of, and so I'll try them out in future bat reps. I think that'd be awesome. Now going on to the second formation that we brought an auxiliary, which was the Hellforged Warpack.
Oh, this gets so dumb.
The Hellforged Warpack. So this consists of one Warpsmith, which, to be fair, I never bring. I don't bring Warpsmith.
No.
Unless it's part of a narrative campaign of some sort. I just
You never have a reason to. But
you get it with Path of Glory. Like it has to be one of those things. Like I don't bring Warpsmiths.
this definitely was worth it.
This was worth it because in addition to Warpsmiths, you bring 3 to 5 units of the following choices, which are Hellbrute, Mauler Fiend, Forge Fiend, or Defiler. I brought a Defiler, of course, a Mauler Fiend, and a Hellbrute. 3.
Yep. Now you can take any of those 4 in any combination you want, meeting the 3 to 5.
You can,
so.
yeah. Like I can bring 3 Defilers if I wanted to, or 5 Defilers, right? Or whatever. But so that's what I brought. 3 different units. I just wanted to try out different units just to see how they fared in the formation. Now for the special rules here, we got Master of Mechanical Warpcraft. So this is, this is kind of, it's okay. It came into play a little bit, but didn't really matter too much.
No.
But basically, your Warpsmith needs to be alive on the battlefield, and if he does so, then the walkers, they get to do their Demon Forge twice. That's basically what they get to do. So, it came into play. I did do that once, and you'll see exactly. Like it was like, okay, it's a nice little thing that you get to add to it, but it's the secondary thing. Of course, it's the second thing that makes this formation just nice and juicy, and that's the Warpack Alpha. So one vehicle model from the Hellforged Warpack must be nominated as the Warpack Alpha. The Warpack Alpha gains the character unit type and a 4+ invuln save, and when he dies, all other vehicles in the Warpack gain rage. So,
Yeah. So, there was a bit of a conundrum that Dave was forced with when it came time to pick his alpha. Because you had your choices. You had your Defiler.
Yep.
You had your Hellbrute. And you had your Mauler Fiend.
Yes.
What were the reasons why you wanted to put it on each of them?
Actually, there were reasons for each.
There was.
Yeah.
There was certainly reasons for each of them.
Yeah, and I'm not going to tell you which. I don't want to spoil it because you might be thinking there's an obvious one, but there really wasn't.
No, it seems very obvious. We're like, yeah, I'm totally going to take this. But then you think about it, it's like, wait, there's reasons to take it on every other thing else.
Yeah, so automatic thought was Defi, just because it'd be really cool. I've always wanted him to be in a challenge. So Defi as a character and a 4+ invuln save, he improves it by 1. That would be really cool, right? He's got a strength 10 close combat.
Yep.
He's got his power scourge, he's lowering your weapon skill, so he'd be really good in a challenge.
Yeah, showing a little bit of favoritism, though.
Yeah, a little bit, right? So the next choice would be the Mauler Fiend, because he is a siege crawler, he moves 12 inches, he ignores dangerous, and he has fleet, so he has many good reasons for you to get him up there into close combat, centering out your opponent's characters.
Yeah, and
Even better than Defi.
I will say, especially against orcs, because he has a higher initiative.
He does.
So you could actually snipe out characters from my unit.
Yep.
That would have been a threat.
Absolutely, yeah.
So.
And the third choice, the Hellbrute. So here's the thing, right? Because Mauler Fiend and Defiler, they have a built-in Demon Rule, which is a 5+ invuln save. The Hellbrute doesn't have that, so we can give him the 4+ invuln save that the Master or that the Warpack Alpha would grant him, and he becomes a character. So he would then be able to engage in combat.
And that's the case where you can equip him with 2 Power Fists and just have him going through units, challenging people, and killing them.
That would be, again, no matter which one, Although that one might be the most gain, just because it goes from nothing to 4 up in one save.
Yep.
Right? So survivability wise, that probably might be the most gain.
Exactly.
But not the most fun.
No.
So
yeah, there's a lot of options with this, and just the being able to pick. I think the biggest one is that it makes it a character, so you can issue challenges.
Yeah.
Being able to issue challenges with walkers.
Isn't that stupid?
I never thought I'd say that sentence.
Right?
Yeah,
Isn't that ridiculous?
that is gross.
Yeah, I never thought you'd say the sentence either. Yeah, it's a dream come true, really, and I'm very happy about it. I will tell you which one I chose. I'm not going to tell you how he did though, because that's too many details. There's way too many rounds of stuff. So I chose the Mauler Fiend for the Warpack Alpha. I wanted to choose Daffy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Like it was hard, but I chose the Mauler Fiend, and I think I'm happy with that decision just because he did get to do stuff.
Yes, he did.
So
He was,
that was the goal.
aside from the Gore Pack and Kharn, he was probably my biggest threat, because he was just not unstoppable, but he was incredibly fast and deadly in his maneuverability. He could keep up and go faster than most of the stuff that I had.
Yep.
And that was just a scary thought.
Yeah, he was kind of scary, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing that's nice about the Hellforged Warpack is that there's no restrictions in this, so it's not like it limits what you can equip on anything.
That's true.
So you can put the tendrils on your Mauler Fiend. You can put any items or any like equipment you want on any of the options available. So it doesn't say you can't take this or that or this or that. So they're still 100% as effective as they normally be, even at the regular point cost. But now you can make one of them a character, and that's just annoying.
But either way, a very good experimental demonstration bat rep. A lot of fun. Learned a lot from it. There's definitely things that I will be doing again. I'm going to be bringing Hellforged Warpacks for sure, because it's just fun to do that.
I was just thinking, imagine taking 5 Defilers, having Defi lead the charge, having them all use their Demon Forge twice in a row, and blasting someone's army to bits.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gross.
that would be a little gross.
That's super gross.
That's about 1,100 points-ish.
Yeah, about 1,100 points-ish can probably wipe out someone's army.
Maybe, depending on what it is. Depending. But that would be scary nonetheless. I mean, 5 Defilers would be scary, and Defi as a character would be scary.
Yep. And then if at any point in time Defi dies, everybody else gets Rage. So now Defilers are even scarier.
Yeah, because they need more attacks. They actually do.
Yeah, that would do it.
I think that would.
So after you use your Demon Forge twice, you throw your Alpha into the fray and let him take as much of a beating as he possibly can, possibly die, and then your other 4 Defilers just come in and wreck everything.
They would wreck. Yes. So on the flip side, that's like 1,100 points-ish, right, for 5 Defilers. Something less expensive, like the Mind version of this would be 3 Hellbrutes, because they're 100 points each, right? And even if you upgraded the Alpha, the character then with another Power Fist, that's free, so that wouldn't change that. And then you have to bring the Warpsmith, right? So that's a little over 100 points, so a bit over 400 for that.
That's gross.
Again, that's good. Yeah, I would say that would be something that would be fun to bring. It's the character, man. It's the character, and you can put him in front of your other Hellbrutes because he provides cover for them, right?
Yep.
He has his 4-up and won't save. He's up there. He's protecting the other ones. So
I'm curious to know what other people's combinations would be with this, because you've got so many different options with the 4 and who would be your Alpha and why and everything like that. So it'd be neat to play around with a little bit.
That's true. Please do leave your comments below. Let us know what your thoughts and ideas and suggestions would be for this, for your version of a Hellforged Warpack, and your weapons options, everything. It's all the detail. I want all the juicy details. I want to know, because we have enough models to make whatever you suggest. So just give us the suggestions, and we'll do it. Because again, it's just pure happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's funny. We're doing this in reverse, but it's a good thing we're doing it in reverse, because we played the game already, and we're kind of semi-talking about the game without giving stuff away and inviting you guys to watch the game, which is actually a better thing, because now we have experienced it.
Yeah, we're not theory hammering it
Right.
out. It's here's what happens. This is what happens.
Yeah. So that it's I think it's a better approach just because of that. We have the experience behind the opinion. Because before it's like, here's our opinion. Okay, let's play a game now. Now it's okay. Here's our opinion before the game. Here's our opinion after the game.
Yep.
So like it looks a certain way on paper, and when you actually field it, it does something else.
Yep. One thing I found that was actually really nice about the Hellforge War Pack is that the Warpsmith, in order to give out the Demon Forge special rule, doesn't have to be within a particular range of the models in the formation.
That's true.
Whereas when you look at other ones like the Armored Task Force for the Ultramarines, your Tech Marine has to be within 6 inches of the vehicle that's attempting to make a repair check.
Yep.
So the fact that these guys can just completely bail on their Warpsmith and go do their own thing, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. And along those lines, I actually deployed them separate from the formation.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I put him in a rhino with a bunch of berserkers. Protected him. I don't know if he did too much in the game, but he stayed alive.
I think he punched an orc in the face.
I think he may have punched one orc.
A single orc.
You know, really, he could have at least put his like flamer out there and killed more. Excuse me. But anyway, we invite you to click on the link below and watch the game that we have played. 1,500 points. It's the new Chaos versus Orcs. A lot of boys that we fought against. If you're not a Vault member, we invite you to click on the link below anyway. Sign up for a free 7-day trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault. You'll gain instant access to the Vault. You'll be able to watch that video, that battle report, as well as the other battle report that we did in this series, the first 1,500 point battle that we did against the Space Marines. They fought against the Gladius Strike Force.
It was the Gladius Strike Force detachment, and I had a Battle Demi Company.
That's right. So we put the two detachments against each other. That's also in the Vault. On YouTube, we have all the review videos, and in the Vault, we have all the corresponding battle reports. So we invite you to do that if you haven't done so already. And existing Vault members, thank you very much for being Vault members and supporting us. Without you guys, we wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be making content of any sort. And just know that without your support, we wouldn't be doing this. So again, thank you very much. And Quirk, you're a good person.
I try.
Please never lose the Mohawk.
I was just about to say, it's because of you Vault members, I have a Mohawk.
That's right. That is actually true. Where would you be?
I don't know.
I don't know. You'd be doing science somewhere.
I would be.
Yeah.
You need to stand back, though. And
Oh,
do
okay, I'll
science.
stand back. So, see you in the Vault, guys.